So it's interesting. I wasn't sure, and good morning. Let me start with that. I'm sorry. Good morning. I wasn't sure what I was going to sort of focus on, but I'll start by saying, I grew up Episcopalian, and there is a piece of that that has a fair amount of rules to it. And so I think the reality of, and I always want to start with, my parents, they've both passed. They did the best they could, and appreciating that, right? Even if that moment was hurtful and challenging and all the things that go with that, they did the best they could. And so I think being lesbian, being gay, being queer, all the words that have sort of been in the moments that we think about, was about, for me, invisibility. Like, you couldn't be seen, right? Like, there was a part of you that required you to be hidden in order to stay in community, in family. I think back of all the relationships when I was a kid that I had with my cousins and aunts and uncles. And a piece I look back on and feel somewhat something about is the fact that my queerness prevented closeness to some of those relationships. Because a lot of my, especially on my mother's side, folks were or are Seventh-day Adventists, which is another sort of very rule-based place. And just trying to engage in the moments where you love folks, but you feel like their love is tempered by your invisibility. And whether that's true or not is not as important as the feeling of that. And so, going to pride parades and doing that piece is an interesting moment now, but as a young person, I couldn't conceive of it, right? So it required a practice of duality. Tempered love is an interesting concept, for young people, young adults. And I look back and think there was pieces of that I still carry pretty heavy in my world. So I enjoy Pride, but there are these moments of thinking about what it means to be queer and in community, in faith community and family, that is still hard. It's still hard. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm done.